Yo, what's good, my people? It's Matty Soul here in the building. Alright, I'm gonna talk to you about. I'm gonna talk to you today about why you talk in your dreams. If you've been talking in your dreams, or if you've seen somebody else talk in their dreams. Like for example, if you sleep over at a friend's house, or if you have a girlfriend, or you know you wake up and then they're talking in their dreams or whatever. That's something that, okay, so when you're in your dream, when you're dreaming, you're in a whole nother world. Like, you're in a whole nother realm. Like, this world, when you're dreaming, is non-existent. Like, basically, when you're sleeping in this world, you're basically dead in this world. But your soul leaves the body when you sleep. So, you're actually in the dream world. You're in, like, another realm. So, when you go into that realm or you go into that dream state, and if they're talking to somebody, or in their dream they're talking to somebody, then it could come to this world. Like, they could just be like talking in this world and that world, but they're talking mainly in their dream to somebody else, if that makes sense. Like, let's say if they like saw like their dead mom, or like somebody else, or talk to somebody in the dream world, and they talk in the dream world, then you're talking in this world too. Like, it's literally like that. Just because your soul leaves the body doesn't mean your body's not gonna like talk in this world too. So okay, so when you look in the mirror, have y'all ever looked in the mirror in your dreams before? Personally, I think I have like one time, but it's been a while ago, so I don't remember the dream. But when you look in the mirror, you could be a completely different person in that dream. So like, in the dream state, you're in a completely different world. Okay, so you're actually able to control your dreams in that world if you able to write down everything in those dreams in this world, and you like understand what you're really dreaming about, then you can control what you're really dreaming. But most of us can't control it because we don't know how to control it, because nobody from this realm specifically like taught us how to control our dreams. And there's certain people that are teaching that, but there's not too many people out here really like telling people how to control their dreams and how to really get by, because in this world, I know how to control a lot of shit in this world. Well, not like, there's a lot of shit that we all can't control, but I can control the way I live. I can control like what I do. I can control like what I support, like just shit like that. But like in the dreams, when you gotta control the dream, and like it's kind of hard to explain, but you gotta write down the dreams in this world, and then you gotta understand the dreams in this world to like control those dreams and those other in that dream state. So like, when you actually are able to control the dream world completely, then you're able to dream whatever you want. You can like dream like a lot of shit in your dreams, like when you go to sleep and shit. But there's a reason when like you catch somebody talking in their like dreams, like they're sleeping but they're talking. That means they're talking in their dreams to somebody else, or they're talking to themselves in the dream, or they're talking somewhere like in that dream, but they don't realize they're talking in this world, because like they're so into the dream that like, when you're into the dream it feels so fucking real. Yeah, it's one of those where like it feels so fucking real that you don't even know this reality fucking exists when you're in your dreams. Like, it's just so powerful. It really is. Like, you got to understand how to control like the dreams and shit, to like actually control them. Like, you got to write down this shit in this world and understand what you're really dreaming, and then when you go back to sleep, then like you're able to control them. But like Tupac said, you got to go to sleep peacefully, because if you go to sleep and you had a lot of traumatic shit happen, you could have nightmares and shit. Or like, let's say if like let's say there's people that did really bad shit in this world and they feel terrible about it or whatever, then they're gonna have nightmares, or it's just like some shit like that where like if you're not if your mind's not peaceful while you go to sleep, you're gonna have nightmares and you're not gonna be able to dream like the dreams that you would want to dream and like dream good dreams and shit. Because like if your mind's not at ease when you fall asleep, you could have nightmares, honestly. Like we've all had nightmares, a lot of us have. Like I don't really have bad nightmares that much, but you might have a nightmare like occasionally, like slip in there, you're like either whether it's about like being in school in the summertime or some shit, or whether it's like a monster chasing you, whether it's like dreaming about like this world where you live in and it's like some bad shit happens, like it is whatever, man. But you just gotta understand, like, the dream world is a whole nother realm. It's a whole nother realm that like we have to understand how to control and how to utilize it and how to like manifest what we want in our dreams. But there's a lot of shit in our dreams that if we become smart enough and have more information in this world, then we could utilize that in our dream world and we can understand like what to do and how to manifest things and how to see things. And there's a lot of people that they've seen a lot of shit happen in this world, but they saw it like a couple years earlier. Like, I can understand that. I've had like dreams where I predicted certain shit, not shit that actually repeats like every year. Like, I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm talking like something that happens like once. That happens like once or a few times in like this reality, but the shit hasn't happened yet. But you dream it in the dream world before it happens in this world. Like, that's crazy, man. You just gotta understand, like, the power of sleep. Like, how sleep, like, is actually in another world. Like, when people are like, oh, you're just dreaming, they don't understand, like, a lot of people understand dreaming is in another world, but, like, there's a lot of people out here that aren't educated enough that don't understand that dreaming is actually into another world. It's not just in your mind. Like, it's like your soul leaves the body when you sleep. So you're technically dead when you like are asleep. Like, you really are, but don't be scared of that. That's literally how it is. This is how it is. Your soul leaves the body and it goes completely like into the dream world, into the other world. So you just got to understand that the reason people talk in their dreams or they sleepwalk in their dreams, let's say if they're like actually walking in the dream, but like somehow their body in this world gets up and they start sleepwalking and shit, like they're probably just walking in the dream or doing some shit like that. Like, it's literally just when people sleepwalk or they sleep talk or all this shit that happens in this world, but we're not aware of it because we're like sleeping. But they're literally doing that in the dream world. They're literally communicating with other things in the dream world, other like creatures or other like, or maybe like people that died in this world and they came to their dreams, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where a lot of shit happens in people's dreams. People can predict things in their dreams. People can their higher like spiritual self could like give them certain ideas into this world, so like they can do what they love, or like ideas come to them in their dreams, or like a song will come to them in their dreams, but nobody's ever even made this shit yet, and then you make it and then it's like, oh, everyone likes it, or like a lot of shit happens. A lot of crazy fucking shit happens in dreams, and you gotta understand that. You gotta understand, like, dreaming is a very powerful thing to do. Like, it's very powerful to be able to dream like that, and the one reason I would not suggest smoking a lot of weed, if you have this problem like me and like a lot of certain people, Like, this is like the main reason I quit smoking weed entirely, because like I used to smoke so much fucking weed. I used to smoke so much of that shit. Like, my mind wouldn't fall like in a deep sleep. Like, it would fall asleep to where I could rest, but like I wouldn't be dreaming. Like, I feel like there was like some type of like some black thing, or like something blocking my view of the dream or something. Like, if I smoke all the time, that shit will start happening, because like I guess I smoke so much. Like, okay, so this is what weed does. If you smoke a lot of weed, it could block your dreams, and like you don't get into that deep REM sleep. That's what I've heard. Like, I've done research on it. You can do research on it, but when you get into the deep REM sleep, that means you're able to dream and go into the next world, and like your soul leaves the body. But when you're not in that like the full deep sleep, you're still asleep, but you're not in the dream world. Like, it kind of blocks you from like being able to like see the dream world. That's one of the like main reasons I quit smoking. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm actually dead ass. Like, that's real shit. Like, I when I okay, when I stopped smoking weed, my dreams started coming back to me in like probably like a week after I stopped smoking it. Like, it literally it could take some time, but like it does come back to you if you have that problem. But like, obviously, if you occasionally smoke, you're still gonna dream. But like, you smoke a lot of weed and you fall asleep because of weed, like that, like a lot of people do dream when they smoke a lot of weed, but like personally me, I don't really dream. It's like it's just black. Like, what I see in like the dream, or like what I see in my head, or whatever, it's just black. It's like something just blocking my vision. It's blocking the view of like what I'm supposed to see. So that's why I don't like smoking a lot of weed. Or I'm actually gonna go on like a 4-month tolerance break. I haven't smoked in like 2 weeks, but still, like, it's one of those things where it does. It just depends on who you are, but you just got to understand that dreaming is a very important thing. If something is holding your dreams back, or if you can't dream, then it really sucks, because like dreaming is one of the most powerful things we can ever do. Like, we see a lot of shit in our dreams, and I'd rather stop smoking and actually be able to see this shit happening and understand what's really going on in the dream world. Yeah, so it's my video on why people fuck why people talk in their dreams, why they sleepwalk in their dreams, why dreams are powerful, why you shouldn't smoke weed in the dream, why you shouldn't smoke too much weed if you want to dream, and you know, just a lot of shit that they didn't tell you, that a lot of people in this world don't know, or they just are misinformed, or they just are lacking information. Because face it, like, a lot of people don't understand sleep talking, and they don't understand a lot of that shit. So you gotta understand that a lot of people don't have enough information. They lack a lot of information. So you gotta understand that. Alright, but once you learn the information yourself, you should teach other people, and you should spread that information. And that's what I'm doing for y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to spread information for y'all. And I'm trying to help people in general. Like, I don't want to just fuck over the world and not help nobody. That's not my interest. You know, there's other people that make millions and billions of dollars, you know, like rappers, and, you know, people that make bullshit ass music that is destroying us. And they got they got Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Mustangs. They got a fucking $1 billion mansion. You know, they got all these things, but what y'all don't realize is these people aren't living those good lives, those better lives like you think they are. Like, if they sign that industry, they're not living that life, man. They are wishing that they was just like you, bro. Yeah, that's right, man. They're wishing they had a regular life like you. They wishing they never signed that contract. They wish they didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful what you do, because once you sign that industry, once you sign that shit, you're fucked. I'm just saying. You know. And it's my video for y'all. Peace out, y'all.